Hey, this is Samantha here from RecipeThis.com and the popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. Today I wanted to show you just how easy it is to cook air fryer duck fat potatoes. I absolutely love cooking duck fat potatoes, and while some of you will be thinking, right, the air fryer is about reducing fat, why are you doing duck fat potatoes? Well, the truth is, you're using a lot less duck fat than you would in the oven. Just like when you do other air fryer recipes, it's about a fat cut down. So we only use a tiny little bit, and they're absolutely delicious and perfect for serving with your roast dinners at Christmas time, or even for special occasions like Mother's Day and Father's Day. And we also have 450 plus more easy air fryer recipes over at RecipeThis.com, as well as a fantastic air fryer mini course which is free, and our free air fryer newsletter. I recommend you check it out, and if you have any questions or comments, you can reach out to us or just comment on this video. So let's talk the duck fat. This is what's left from just 1 minute of cook time. And this is what we've generated from the 59 minutes of cook time. Now what's brilliant about this is that you can drain it and then you can use it to make air fryer duck fat potatoes. So to make duck fat potatoes, it's very similar to doing normal roast potatoes in the air fryer, but you're swapping extra virgin olive oil for duck fat. So first of all, with your prep potatoes, add lots of salt. I love to also include some pepper, and then for a bit more flavour we're using thyme. You can also make rosemary roast potatoes, just swap the thyme for rosemary. And then after that, this is our batch of duck fat that we made, and basically this is the drippings that came off air fryer oven roast duck. So I recommend that you check out our air fryer oven roast duck recipe on our YouTube channel, because these roast potatoes kind of carry on the story. So then you don't need that much, just a little bit, and then mix it with your hands. The idea is that you want the duck fat on every potato that you've done, and then you want to be able to feel the fat. You know, you can always tell when you haven't added enough because you have several potatoes without any on, but I can tell that that is nicely oiled from the duck fat. If you've ever eaten in a nice restaurant, they always do duck fat potatoes, and they're just so much nicer than regular ones, because duck fat is just amazing. So once you've done that, you're ready to load them in the air fryer. So open the air fryer and load it up with your roast potatoes. Move them about a bit, and then just double check that they're of a similar size and you are not going to ruin it by having potatoes that are too big versus potatoes that are too small. And then place it back in. So set the temperature to 160 Celsius, that's 320 Fahrenheit, and the cook time up to 15 minutes. Note our air fryer has been preheated, so that's why we're going with that cook time and that temperature. And we've baked. Wow, so let's check on these roast potatoes, shall we? So we're going with the fork test. This is, if they fit through the fork, then they're ready to be about crisped up. Well, that one is a bit borderline, and so is that one, because they're quite big. So, give your potatoes a good shake, and then just double check, see how the big ones are doing compared to the little ones. And we're now going to put it on for longer. So I'm now going to go with a temperature of 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit, and a cook time of 7 minutes. And we've beat. So let's check on them, shall we? Oh wow, look at the colour on those. You do not get that kind of colour on regular air fry roast potatoes. Only duck fat, lard, coconut oil, or goose fat or duck fat will give you this kind of look. And they're just so yummy. I often get asked, oh, you shouldn't do that because the air fry is about using less oil. Well, you saw how much oil we used. We didn't use that much duck fat to achieve this, yet in the oven we'd have needed to use all of our green bowl to get a similar result. So let's just have a look at them again, shall we? I mean, look at the colour on that. They're not burnt, they're just lovely and crispy and perfect for your traditional Sunday lunch. So if anybody asks you what are the best air fried potatoes to cook, then it is air fried duck fat roast potatoes. As you can see, we've made a good batch of them here in the air fryer today, and they're just so delicious. It's how fluffy the potato is, how crispy they are, and you can only achieve that on air fried potatoes if you're using duck fat or something similar like coconut oil, because they just give such a fantastic result. And I love the way the herbs stick to them as well, and they're just delicious. So let's try one, shall we? These are absolutely delicious. So if you're looking for an air fried potatoes recipe that anybody can follow, then it is this. And remember, we're recycling our duck fat too. So remember to head over to recipethis.com, search duck fat, and you'll find the full recipe there, as well as our other duck recipes. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Recipe This family. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook and Pinterest. We also have a weekly newsletter at recipethis.com/newsletter, where we share with you our latest kitchen gadget recipes, what we're cooking in the Milner kitchen, and so much more. As well as this, we recommend that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then whenever we have a new video, you will be the first to know. And if you want to know about all our future videos, then I recommend you hit the bell for instant notifications. But even better, we now have a podcast. It's called Magic with Gadgets. Simply search Magic with Gadgets on your favourite podcast player and you'll find us there.